What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, back with another update for you guys. Pretty small update. I want to try, I know I always try things and it doesn't quite work out, but I want to try to keep my updates a little bit smaller than they have been in the past and not bombard you guys with a bunch of titles. So I actually took the time, watched a few of these, and I'm going to share my thoughts with you guys on a couple of these as well. And yeah, do some little short reviews for you and everything like that, instead of just showing you what I got, because I have so much shit to show I don't have time to talk about them. And yeah, I do have one thing here as well from Amazon, which we'll open that first. Why not? This is something I wanted to grab when it came out, and honestly I had forgotten about it. And then watching Blu-Ray Dan's last video, if you guys don't know who Blu-Ray Dan is, definitely check out his channel. I'll leave a link down in the description to his channel, as well as a link to my Amazon Prime wish list, or my Amazon wish list. If you guys ever want to send me anything, you know, that link's down there with my Instagram and PayPal and all that shit. Again, I don't expect anybody to send me anything. Nobody has yet, so, you know. And that's cool. I ain't mad at you. I don't blame you, you know. But it is there if you guys are feeling generous or whatever. But anyways, I had completely forgotten about this film. And again, if you guys don't know Blu-Ray Dan, he's got like 1 million more subscribers than I do. So I doubt I'm going to really help him any. But, you know, if you guys hadn't heard of him and you want to check out his channel and give him a sub, that'd be awesome. He's a great guy. I've known him since basically I've started doing YouTube, and personally as well. So really awesome guy, really great channel, great content. So shout out to you, Blu-ray Dan, for reminding me of this. But that is from a Shudder original series, and that is Cursed Films. Yeah, of course it goes over Poltergeist, The Omen, The Exorcist, The Crow, the Twilight Zone movie, and that might be it. And there's a director's commentary on here for all 5 episodes. So the commentary on this might be actually pretty cool. Of course, we all know what happened with The Crow. I can't quite remember what happened with the Poltergeist besides people dying afterwards, after the film. But I know about the Twilight Zone stuff with the kids and the helicopter and all that stuff. The Crow, of course, with Brandon Lee, that we all know about. The Exorcist, I know about all the weird shit that went on set already. The Omen, I don't really remember too much about that. So yeah, I hear this is just okay, but I love documentaries and I love horror films, so this is definitely right up my alley. And I guess we can go ahead and open this, see if there's anything on the inside. Use my still broken knife. I still haven't bought one. I was gonna buy one the other day at Walmart just to get one, and they're all in a fucking case. But yet you can grab a machete or a fucking hatchet right off the rack, you know. Gotta lock up the knives so you can not hurt anybody. But go ahead and grab that machete. That's cool. So yeah, same thing on the inside for the disc art. And, you know, getting a hold of anybody at Walmart is impossible to get anything out of the cases. And then you have a little thing here for some of their other films and shows. Of course, Creepshow, Summer of '84. Guys, if you haven't seen Summer of '84, stop watching this video right now and order that shit, because it is great. And I actually forgot that was a Shudder thing. I don't know where my copy is right off. I don't think I can reach it without getting out of camera. But I remember that being a Shudder film. But this is a Shudder exclusive. Maybe it wasn't a Shudder original, but exclusively on Shudder. That's probably what it is. Anyways, yeah, so this runs 141 minutes too, so definitely worth the money. I think this was like, I don't know. I'll put a picture of what it is on Amazon up for you guys, but it wasn't much. It was like in between 15 and 20, maybe 18 bucks or something. I don't know, but for 141 documentary on horror films that we all grew up with, well, not all. I guess there's some people younger than me watching, maybe. I don't know. I'm old, so, you know, whatever. All right, so yeah, Cursed Films. Awesome. Very, very happy to have that. I actually cleared out a space to set these, and then took that space up by unwrapping this. All right. First in the stack here is one that was sent to me by 4 Digital Media. This is Killer Therapy. I really didn't know what to expect from this film. I didn't go into it expecting much, with it being a straight-to-video release, only being available on DVD as well. There's no Blu-ray for this, so you can only get it on DVD, which, again, I'll put an Amazon thing up. I think it's like $10 on Amazon. Well worth the $10. It is also available to purchase, and I believe rent on digital as well. This movie was absolutely fantastic. I loved this movie. Complete surprise to me of how good it was. My only complaint is the acting. The guy that plays Brian, the main character, especially as he's an older person, because it starts out when he's a kid. I'll read the synopsis for you guys here in a second, but I don't think he did very good. And then you have, what's his name, Daig, whatever, in here from Rob Zombie's Halloween, when he was little. God, his acting is so fucking atrocious. I can't stand that guy, and I don't like him as a person. I've seen him at the conventions and stuff, and he's not a good person to be around. So if he's watching, Dag, I'm sorry, man. I doubt you're watching my channel, but if you are, dude, the times I've seen you at Horror Hound or Days of the Dead, whatever the fuck it was not impressed with you. But anyways, that's Brian as he's older there on the back. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if he was supposed to act that way because of the issues that he has, or if his acting just wasn't good. I'm not really sure. As he got like the last part of the film, he was okay once he had this long hair that you see on the cover and everything. It was a little bit better, and Daig's character was a little bit better after a certain incident happens with him. He was better as being that than what he was before. I'm trying not to give everything away. Let's read the synopsis, shall we? After a series of escalating violent incidents, Brian is moved from failed therapist to failed therapist, maturing into a young man still unable to escape his anger issues. When his life eventually falls apart because of his own choices, Brian blames a series of failed therapists, embracing his dark nature and taking his revenge on everyone who ever wronged him. One by one, finally understanding that accepting who you are inside can be the best therapy. That doesn't really sum it up very good. Basically, what happens in this film is Brian's family adopts a little girl. After they adopt this little girl, he pretty much loses his shit, doesn't think he's loved anymore, especially by his father. He comes across a part where the little girl's calling his mom mommy, and that really triggers a lot of things, a lot of anger issues and things like that. And there's some creepy fucking scenes in this movie too. Some like genuinely scary fucking moments. I always have a hard time with that word. You guys know me and words. We don't get along. But and then it goes from there to what it said on the back. He's going to these different therapists. You do have PJ Souls in here for a minute, and you do have Adrian King in here for a minute. Of course, from the original Friday the 13th, and then PJ Souls from the original Halloween. Of course, my favorite film, Devil's Rejects. Her little scene in that. Adrian King has a little bit bigger role than PJ Souls. And then PJ Souls a little bit at the very end. But, yeah, he kind of sticks up for his sister at some parts, but they don't really get along too well. She's always asking why do you hate me so much? And he does a violent act to her as well. And I'm not going to say what, because I want you guys to watch this movie. I really do. He has a go-to self-defense mechanism, and he does this to her as well. And he's just in and out of these therapists, and there's times where people know for sure he's responsible for certain deaths and everything, but yet they just let him out of therapy. There's no that's the only other thing that bothered me about this movie is there's no like court trials, there's no anything like that. They just give him therapy and let him go when you know damn well he is the one responsible for the deaths of these people. And that seems a little iffy to me, a little unrealistic. Okay, he's mentally fucked up, but he still did these things. You know, you're just going to let him loose back into society. There's some love story between him and, I forget her name in the movie. I want to say it's like a Liz or something like that. Between them two, and eventually he gets out as this guy here on the cover with the long hair, and she doesn't really recognize him, and he gets her to go on a date and all this stuff, and there's some bullying between him and Daig's character. Again, his acting so atrocious. If you guys ever seen Joe Dirt, Kid Rock, you know Kid Rock's in that movie. His acting in that movie, that's about how good Daig's acting is in this film, and it just reminds me of that because of the blonde hair, the long blonde hair, and the skinny jeans on, and he's just like, I don't know, he's just not good. I can't get it past that. But if you guys can get it past that, okay, I can get it past it because I did to enjoy the rest of the movie. But if you guys can get it past that, and he's not in it a whole lot. So aside from that and the part of, you know, is it really realistic that this guy is going to be set free because he's mentally unstable, even though we know he's killing people? I doubt it. But there's some interesting therapy techniques, and the end of this movie, holy fuck. Like, I think it's about 20 minutes left. This thing really fires on all cylinders towards the end when he's getting his revenge on this one therapist that was giving him kind of like electroshock therapy. Wow, that shit was pretty fucking intense. But yeah, very high recommend, guys. Bad acting aside, and you know that other shit aside, I highly recommend this one, especially for $10. I mean, I don't really do DVDs much anymore, but that's the only option that was available on this, and I really wanted to check it out, so I went ahead and requested it from them, and they were nice enough to send it over like super fast. And this comes out on the 15th, by the way, guys, September 15th. I don't know when this video is going to go up, so I wanted to throw that out there. Nothing fancy on it. It does have a slip, so I mean that's cool. Just same artwork on the insert and on the disc. Nothing. I don't know how DVDs really come anymore, but I hope this gets a Blu-ray release and finds a wider audience, because I watch a lot of fucking movies. You guys know I do, and I watch a lot of B movies. I watch a lot of straight to video shit, and most of the time they're just you forget them right after you watch them. You don't care, but this deserves to be more well known. I was trying to think if there's anybody else in here. And I believe, is it this one? Yeah, this is directed by Barry J. And Barry J was also involved with, and I meant to grab that too, the Never Hike Alone Friday the 13th fan film. At least the first one. I don't know if he's involved with the second one or not. I didn't show anything on IMDb on that. But, so Barry J, man, I'm really looking forward to what else you have in store for us in the future, because this was fucking amazing, man. So I can't recommend this enough, guys. I'm going to move on now. I know I've talked about this for a while, but the blood effects were really good. You know, all practical effects from what I could tell. And, yeah, it's a good film. Anyways, moving on to one that wasn't so good. I was really anticipating this one. You guys already saw. The Shed. This is from RLJE Films. And I've been wanting to watch this since it came out. Since I first saw the fucking trailer for this movie. And I thought I'd found it on like Tubi or Hulu or some shit. But it was another movie with the same title that was really weird but actually better. And really low budget, but actually really fucking good. So if you guys find this other movie called, it's called Just Shed, not The Shed. I believe it's on Tubi for free. Check that shit out, because it's really fucked up. This one, I thought this movie was going to be an absolute fucking blast. I finally ordered. It was like 12, 13 bucks on Amazon. Executive producer of the Saw franchise. The trailer looks so ridiculous and fun and like a good fucking time. I was not impressed with this movie at all. You do get reverse art, so this is the art you guys are probably used to seeing right here. They do have the DVD at Walmart and stuff. They don't carry the Blu-rays for most of the RLJ, and Shudder films for whatever reason. Actually, I haven't seen any of the Shudder ones on Blu-ray up there. If they did, I'd be buying them. So Walmart, you're fucking up by not carrying this shit on fucking Blu-ray. Anyways, it basically starts out with a guy running through the woods being chased by like this vampire type creature. Creature looks pretty cool. Sunlight comes out and kills this guy, kills this vampire thing, but not before he turns the other guy into one of him. He finds refuge in this guy's shed and hides out in there. You got like a lot of love story between the main character of Stan and what's her name? Some chick. Fuck, I don't remember her name. You got a lot of love story between them two. Some bullying with the bullies and his buddy Dahmer. The guy that played Dahmer, really, really good fucking actor. I don't know his name off the top of my head. The guy who played Stan, the lead in this, I wish the roles would have been flip-flopped because he's okay. But like I say, you do have love story between them, and then you have the friendship between Stan and Dahmer, and it kind of tests their friendship at times. As soon as Dahmer finds out that he's got this thing living in the shed, he wants to feed the bullies to it that kick his ass every day after school and all this shit. And of course, Stan doesn't want that to happen. He doesn't want anybody to get hurt, and that really tests their friendship right there. One wanting it, one not, and I'm not going to go into detail of what happens because I don't want to spoil it for you guys if you guys are wanting to check this out. It's not terrible. It's just not what I expected. I expected it to be a lot more of a comedy and a lot more fast-paced than it was. I thought it was going to be them feeding bodies after bodies to this fucking creature in a shed, and it just wasn't. It does get there towards the end, but yeah, you do have what's her name that played the fucking Men in Black with the hillbillies, the Beatrice or whatever, Edgar's wife. She plays the sheriff in here, and she's pretty good. She's pretty funny, and you do have issues with Stan and his grandfather. His parents died when a few years back. Doesn't really go into detail of what happened to him, but yeah, he ends up living with his grandfather, so he's just kind of like living under his rule, and his grandfather's a real fucking dick, and he's just trying to deal with it so he doesn't have to go back to another juvie place, and he's almost 18, he's just trying to get through, and the main chick in here, though, I forget her name, it's gonna really bug me. Anyways, she's pretty good looking, and she's pretty badass towards the end, so another one of those female heroine dills, but it's okay, guys. I recommend just kind of streaming this one first, see what you think. I mean, it was only like 12 or 13 bucks on Amazon, but I don't know. It was just okay to me. I was going to read the synopsis, but the synopsis is a whole 3 lines, so it was kind of pointless. But yeah, I can't. That's not a high recommend for me, guys. Okay, and this next one. Okay, and you guys saw in the description as well that there's going to be a digital giveaway. So if you guys have stuck around to this point, you get to see what the digital giveaway is, or if you skim through, I don't know. I've never seen this movie all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces, been to a few of the midnight showings that they had at a little fucking ghetto-ass theater around me when I was a teenager, just to hang out with people, whatever. Never really paid attention to the movie, though. I knew the music. I knew the main song, especially. I knew what the story was. I've seen people dressed at conventions as the main character. But I never watched this movie start to finish. Okay? So I figured I'm 30-something years old. I'm trying not to give away my exact age, but some of y'all know. It's time to just watch this fucking movie. But that is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. So normally runs about $13 at Walmart and shit. Best Buy had it for $9.99. I figured, and actually it's really hard to find a good slip for this. All the ones I've seen have been really battered and beat up and shit. The slip looked pretty good, and it was $10. So it was this time to finally sit down and watch this movie and add it to the collection. Now, there is a really awesome looking steelbook coming out for this here soon. So if you guys are fans of this, that steelbook is fucking amazing looking. I didn't love it. I wanted to. I really did. I thought I was going to be just blown away. I wasn't. Now, 45 years ago when this came out, I probably would have been. Okay? Even 20 years ago, I probably would have been. But just now watching it for the first time, it didn't grab me like I wanted it to. Now, I love the time warp dance scenes. Don't get me wrong. And you're going to get that song stuck in your head like fucking crazy. I woke up with that shit in my head the next day. This movie was in my fucking dreams. Like, I couldn't get this movie out of my head, even though I didn't love the movie. It stays with you, okay? It's still with me right now. And it doesn't hurt that I did watch all the special features, which are pretty good. I don't know if these are previous special features. Like I said, I never owned the movie before, so you do have the UK and US version on here as well. I did watch the UK version. I googled which version is better, and everyone was saying UK. It's a couple minutes longer. The main difference I noticed as I skimmed through the US version, the end just kind of ends. In the UK version, there's actual more singing and shit going on. And there's an alternate black and white opening with the lips and everything. And there is a 2-part casting for the shadow, what do you call it? The shadow cast that perform along with the movie while the movie's playing and then, behind them on the screen. Just for the original Blu-ray release of this film. And it goes through the US people auditioning and the UK people auditioning and everything like that. And there's a lot of features on here. It's well worth the purchase for $10, even though I didn't absolutely love it. It is one I want to revisit at some point. It was interesting to see too that the US fans of this film are a lot more dedicated and see this movie, thousands of times. And they go every Saturday night at midnight. They go every, whatever, and all in costume and all singing and dancing, which I already know from personal experience. And in the UK, they do maybe 3 or 4 shows a year where they actually reenact it. Here, there's like groups of people in every state that go and do plays of this, movie all the time throughout the year. But the fan dedication in general, and the film in general, in the US is a lot bigger than it is in the UK. They're a lot more conservative, a lot more laid back than we are when it comes to this kind of stuff. It does show stuff from like 1995, I believe, or there's a couple different time frames where it shows like audience participation and reaction and stuff here in the US. But it's like I said, I love the Time Warp song, and a couple others were okay, but most of the music just kind of fell flat for me. I love Tim Curry as Frankenfurter. Furter? God, I can never fucking talk. Riff Raff, what's his name? That played Riff Raff. I loved his character, Richard O'Brien, and he was also the writer of this film. And this was directed by Jim Sharman, who didn't do a whole lot. He did this in like Shock Treatment, and I believe that Richard O'Brien wrote Shock Treatment as well. He only did like 4 or 5 things. But I guess when you do Rocky Horror, you don't need to do a whole lot else. I don't know. I really enjoyed all the characters, to be honest. I thought everybody did a great job. Barry Bostwick did a good. Susan Sarandon looks absolutely fucking amazing in this movie. Just absolutely gorgeous. She couldn't have been casted any better. And yeah, I mean, everybody knows what Rocky Horror is, even if you haven't seen the movie. I mean, I'm a fan of musicals to an extent. I love movies like Grease, La La Land, stuff like that. You know, it just varies. I believe Stage Fright was like a musical. But I'm not opposed to musicals. They're not my favorite by any means, but I do enjoy them to an extent. And this one just, I don't know. I did enjoy Meatloaf's short screen presence as well. And the guy that played Rocky in this, he didn't do anything else. He's got like 3 credits to his name, which I found kind of odd. But man, that guy was fucking ripped as shit, though. Wow. Anyways, so Rocky Horror Picture Show. I am going to be giving away the digital code to this as well. So if you guys are interested in this digital code, leave a comment down below. As usual, you have to follow me on Instagram, like this video, be a subscriber, of course, number 1, and just comment down below. So pretty simple to enter. I give away all the codes through Instagram because I don't want my personal email or anything like that, and they did away with the YouTube messaging like a long time ago, so I figure Instagram is the best way to do it. I don't want everybody to know my real name either, so Facebook is not an option, and I don't really do Facebook. So anyways, so if you guys are interested in this code, link to Instagram, all that shit down below. Drop a comment, enter me for the Rocky Horror code, or actually just enter the code because this is the only one I'm giving away in this video. And I will be drawing the winner this Friday. See what's today is the 14th, 19th or something. Fuck, I don't even know what Friday is. This coming Friday, as of this video. So you guys have, 5 days to get in your entry. And I'll draw the winner Friday night. You guys know how I do. Usually 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, Indiana time, whatever the fuck that is. I don't even remember. But yeah, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay, I'm just going to go through these last ones pretty quick. You guys already saw the unboxings for these. If you haven't, I'll put a card up top. You guys can check out the unboxings. I already gave away these codes. The Vestron series, Little Monsters. Nothing too fancy going on here. Same artwork on the inside. Same old cheap eco cases. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to check these out yet, but I skimmed through them during that unboxing. They look fantastic. And then David Cronenberg's Shivers. I might watch this one first out of the two just because I haven't seen it. But yeah, glad to see the Vestron line back and releasing some awesome titles. I hear Shivers is pretty damn good, and we all know Little Monsters is the fucking shit, and it's awesome. If you don't like Little Monsters and you're in your mid-30s or older or whatever, something's wrong with you. All right, if you didn't watch that growing up, I feel bad for you. All right. Then we have the Rob Zombie trilogy. It's already in the protector, so it's glaring like crazy. Awesome steelbook. Absolutely love the look of the steelbook. And this is for display purposes mainly. And because my House of 1,000 Corpses Blu-ray doesn't work anymore, because Lionsgate sucked when they started. They were pretty cheap, and they didn't have a lot of money. And they're prone to disc rot and all that shit. So, I bought it when it first came out on Blu-ray. So, and then finally, the Psycho steelbook. Again, already in the protector. Kinda, maybe. This one to open on me. Anyway, the Psycho steelbook with that nice matte black finish with the knife. Again, I'm only doing horror steelbooks, guys. I know I've been through the steelbook spill a million times, and we all go through phases. It's like, all right, I'm not collecting fucking Scream Factory anymore, or I'm not collecting Vinegar Syndrome anymore. I'm not doing steelbooks. I'm not doing this. All right, I'm going to focus on this, and, I'm just tired of dealing with it. And then we go back like, I really like that one, though. So I'm just going to stick to horror. There's a Nightmare on Elm Street steelbook coming out this Tuesday, the 15th, that I do want to grab as well. I'm not as big a fan of it as I'd hoped I'd be. I'd hoped it for a little better design. I think there's been one out for it before, but it's like a white steelbook with the. I'll try to throw an image up, with the claw going across, and the inside looks cool though. I'll give it that. But yeah, Psycho. I mean, it's Anthony Perkins, who was born to play the role of Norman Bates. I mean, he is Norman Bates. I've only seen this and the second one. I really need to watch the rest of them. And I dug the show, Bates Motel. But Anthony Perkins, man, such a creepy fucking guy. Like, I really want to know what he was like in real life. What his mannerisms and shit were. Because he just portrays that role so fucking well. Of just creeping you out doing simple things. But yeah, it's fucking Psycho. It's fucking, what's her name? Janet Leigh? Is that what it is? Jamie Lee Curtis's fucking mom. And fucking Anthony Perkins and Alfred Hitchcock. I mean, what more do you want? And this does include the uncut version as well for the first time ever available in 60 years. You guys can watch the uncut version. I don't know what the differences are, but anyways. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below, guys, if you'd rather me do them like this, because this ran about the same length as my normal updates, but I got to talk about the films a little more. And you know, it's always nice. I hate just, yep, got this, got that, yep, and just going through them. You know, yep, this one was okay, this one sucked. You know, I like to talk to you guys about the movies, so yeah, let me know what you guys have picked up, what you're picking up this Tuesday. Are you guys grabbing Little Monsters and Shivers? Did you guys grab the Rob Zombie trilogy? I know a lot of people did, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of these if you did get them. Pick up Killer Therapy, guys. I recommend. Rent the Shed, Rocky Horror. If you guys haven't seen it like me, and pick it up for $10. I don't know if it's still $10 at Best Buy or not, but if it is, grab it for that price. Check it out. At least knock it off your bucket list or whatever the fuck, you know, just so that you know you have seen it. I mean, there's so many references to that movie that I always felt left out because I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about or something. So I'm glad I've seen it start to finish, you know. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me, guys. As always, peace, love, happiness to everybody. I'll catch you all next time. Bye.